Hello, this is the 84th lecture of the Semantic SEO course. In this lecture, we will be creating a content brief directly to construct our semantic content network. And to be able to do that, we will need to actually examine our topical map, and we have chosen the glasses topical map as an example. As I said before too, we didn't choose a source context for this specific topical map yet. That's why our content brief, which represents the entire route for entire semantic content network, will be having multiple different types of aspects. That's why you will see different types of product carousels, prices, images for the products, and at the same time definitive questions or comparison related questions together. And from there you can actually understand how we can actually balance the context while actually distributing the contextual signals to the different types of possible search behaviors in the context of possible and related search behaviors. And while creating our content brief, we always put our headings, which represents our contextual vector, and heading level, which represents the contextual hierarchy, article methodology for the contextual structure, and anchor text for the contextual connection. When it comes to semantics, as I said before too, everything is about context. And first, we actually use a numeric value. As I said before in my case studies too, if you use a numeric value in your H1, which represents our macro context, you will be able to actually increase your rankings further. And since we have focused on the types of the glasses and the frames at the beginning, we directly start actually our macro context and the main content area directly with the types of the glasses. We start from the shapes of the glasses because face shapes and also shapes of the glasses, they will be helping us for increasing our overall historical data with a proper way, because it's easier to rank in that area rather than the health related sections. And at the same time, most of the entities always will be connected to these sections with certain types of context. Now we go for different types of classifications for other types of glasses as well, whether it is tinted glasses, computer glasses, or geometric glasses, glossy glasses, or vintage glasses, modern glasses, rimless glasses, or semi-rimless glasses, etc. All these glasses are connected to each other, and at the same time they are ordered with a specific type of priority in terms of search demand or also semantic closeness to each other. They are grouped together. And once we are able to actually finish our heading list, or let's say incrementally ordered numeric heading list, we will be choosing a group or question which will be representing actually our contextual bridge. From time to time you see that actually I am also writing some hints for the article methodology. For instance, for the prescription glasses, I have used the word prescript with the lemmatized, which means that we will need to actually be using different versions of the same word inside that area. We have started our contextual border between the macro and the micro contextual zones of our content brief directly with the question of what to know about the different styles of the glasses, because it will be helping us to actually connect everything back to all these type of classes. And we put the gender, like how the glasses types differ based on the gender, directly to the beginning of our actually, let's say, border. The purpose there is actually increasing the gender related attributes or the traits a little bit further, and at the same time it means whenever we are processing one of the types of the glasses, we will need to be focusing on the gender aspect of that specific glasses a few more times, which means that, let's say, clear glasses for women or tinted glasses for men, they will need to be processed for both of the genders, but it will be reflected in the article methodology further. From there we actually go for the which glasses types are healthier than the others, because in our topical map we have a really large area for the eye health and the eye anatomy at the same time, and we might be an optometrist or eye doctor at the same time. So that's why we are putting this after the gender directly, which means that from commercial aspect directly we go for a different aspect, and we support it further with the context of the sunglasses, because query network of glasses is connected to sunglasses. That's why I have also put the prescription glasses to the end before just the border for between our main and the supplementary content section. We also ask Boolean questions to deepen the context further, but we are lowering the hierarchy there so that we can actually increase the prominence of the next sections a little bit further. We ask questions for how does an eye health test work, or also after the health related context, as in the topical map, we directly focus on the lenses one more time. We mentioned the customizable glasses or 3D try-on glasses, that you can find them also inside our topical map as well. We still keep the commercial aspects and informative aspects together as much as possible. And inside the article methodology, you will realize that how these contextual angles are distributed further. At the end, we directly focus on the choosing a glasses. And while choosing the glasses, we focus on the face shapes will be connected back to the topical map, the core section of topical map, and at the same time to our main and the main content and the macro context area with the shapes of the glasses as well. At the bottom, we focus on the brands directly because it's the most commercial area. We directly bring context back to the commercial section, and it will be helping us to actually link whether an e-commerce category page or whether the best type of listicles. It will be up to our choices according to the source context. So once we finish our contextual vector and the contextual hierarchy, we start to construct directly to our article methodology or the contextual structure. The first thing that we can do is actually directly choosing which cells will be united, because it means that actually these specific, let's say these specific context vectors are highly similar to each other, and we can actually give common prompts for them. I am using the concept of prompt here because these are basically prompts in the context of content engineering and algorithmic authorship, and we always train the authors. I didn't share some, or let's say most of the algorithmic authorship rules here, but in the future we will be sharing them as well. And most of the authors that we work together, they already know which or what exactly all these prompts mean and how they can be written. That's why we use this code language inside the content briefs, as we stated before too. And once we arrange our spaces for contextual bridges and also the methodology, we start to write our article methodology. We always start with a definition, and directly we give, especially inside the macro context area and the section that I call as the general summary, which is unification of the abstractive and extractive summary with a mix. We directly actually give the main types of the glasses with the major attributes of dimensions, and also we focus on the subtypes and the parts of the glasses like lenses, frames, hinges, pads, and we also focus on the price effects and which one of these subparts are the most expensive one and overall most expensive or the cheapest ones, main manufacturers for them, or differences between men and women glasses, to add the actually one more time the gender aspect inside the queries. And we also focus on the health benefits. Then we also tell directly include the product carousel with the major brands and the types. After the product carousel, directly we actually go with a table, and then based on that we even give the table column names and what we should be written in the columns and column order, and also what we will need to be writing after the table it has been given to. And from there we actually give the classification methods for the glasses, because we will be classifying the glasses, and we talk about the types of the glasses, which means that the main context there is actually classification. But since the query has a commercial intent, we also include the product carousels and also the comparison tables for them too. So inside the columns, we see the glasses type names, advantages, disadvantages, use purposes, example glasses, price ranges, lens options, which will be processed heavily, frame depth, bridge depth, which means the parts of the glasses with the sizes, and we add a few more sections there as well. When it comes to directly to the specific glasses types, we start with the definition of that specific type, then the parts of that specific type and how it is different from others. In this area, you will need to explain every difference, okay? What kinds of hinges it uses, pads or the bridges they are using, how the material or the durability or the firmness of these things are changing. You can even talk about actually temperature durability if you want, or maintenance, or the repairment cost of these things, or easiness of finding some replacements, etc. What kinds of lenses are used in them, and what kinds of brands are manufacturing these type of glasses directly, and whether it is better for women or men, and how it affects the actually health, and for what kinds of eye diseases it can be used, whether it requires a prescription or not. We talk about even the temple width, lens height of the glasses, or frame depth, or pantoscopic tilt of the glasses, and we define all these things with the numeric values, color options, or even the weight of the glasses, and as well the face types, or let's say for which age is better, or which event it can be used in, and what kinds of price range it can be reflecting to us. We process all these things. At the end, we give the pros and the cons. Then we give a product carousel with the 4 main products for each. And from there also we will be linking to the every individual type whether it is a best listicle, whether it is an e-commerce category, it will be changing according to the source context or your own choices. And you can even, according to your own choices, you can make changes here and you can send us your questions, and it will be actually your homework. So then we start to construct our contextual border here to go to do supplementary content. We start a list definition as the listing as the sentences, which means that every list item will be a sentence, and inside these sentences we'll be explaining how do they differ from each other. One more time, we focus on the classification and how do they differ from each other based on types or styles or the frames. We also give every, let's say, origin of glasses and every origin of every type, materials, lenses, and reasons behind them. When we say the reason, science behind the lenses, we are giving the definition of the optic science, and it will need to be a single sentence, because if we increase its weight, it will be a bit problematic to go further there. And then we also include the word style with that so that the context can stay in the area that we want. So from there we go for the glasses types differ based on the gender, and we even write some example sentences here. You can check it. We even give the product carousel directly for this area, and we even give a product carousel outro, like the main key points for choosing a glasses for a gender based on age or demographics, and here we tell 10 frequency, which means actually we will increase the ages 10 by 10. Then we go for individual genders by defining the glasses for that gender, and we give the most popular names of these specific models for that gender, and we also put a warning there by telling the use an inclusive language and include a source for each gender in terms of the glasses uses, and give eye health statistics for every gender. And we also tell that give a product carousel. We increase the product count here per gender as well. We also give an outro there, and we will be linking to the specific subsections. Which glasses types are healthier than others question. We define the eye health, which means that slightly we actually make a justification for future anchor text. We also actually slightly transfer the context from a little bit commercial intents to the little bit informative contents and different angles for classifications of the glasses. And which type of glasses are better for eye health include a research name, researcher, subject, year of the research, definition of the eye health we directly tell. From there we also go to the questions of what type of glasses can block sunlight. Is sunlight or sunglasses healthy for eye? Can sunglasses block blue light? We go the context of the blue light one more time, and we directly tell that actually compare blue light or sunlight to the different types of lights, like whether it is natural light or not natural light. And we also put in terms of the formal semantics, if you read the case studies, you will remember that we also tell that use the can modality inside the first sentence directly and connect it to the lenses we put, because in the future sections we will be talking about lenses as well. And we tell direct definitive answer directly, and we put some certain notes like A39 or 41 directly. The purpose there is actually using specific type of comments for specific type of sections. We give the unique size of the sunglasses. I have stay on the sunglasses, but here I changed the order of the questions one more time. You will realize that I changed them because I realized that actually I will need to decrease the weight of another one, and I have chosen a shorter question and more direct question as the more representative question there. And we actually give the definition of optometrist prescription, because sunglasses can be prescribed with or by an optometrist. Again, we use also a product carousel there, and in the outro we explain the prescriptions for the sunglasses a little bit further. You will need to be reading every sentence here to be able to get the main idea behind all these things. Then for the eye health test, we directly go with the definition one more time, type, stages, process, procedures, or for the eye health tests. We are based on that structure. We add a few more sentences to previous sections as well. Since the video is too fast, sometimes it's harder to speak fast as well. When it comes to the question of how do lenses differ from a glasses to style to another, or how do they change, basically we go with the definition of the glasses and the lenses, types of lenses, most common types for them, or expensive ones, cheapest ones, or which one is easier to produce, because we will be talking about the manufacturers and the brands. Then based on the lenses choices or production method choices, we will be actually talking about the price factors and why it is hard to produce them. I put an anchor text here, but later I will be changing its place. Also, you should be And we should realize that we are actually using italic format for the subsections of the content brief. When you see an italic text, it means that actually we talk about or we create a different subsegment to transfer the context in a different area, then bring it back to have a straight contextual vector. We add the anchor text for the 3D try-on glasses, and at the same time, we actually use the single vision, bifocal, and progressive vision lenses directly because they are the most common ones and the most important ones for the eye health contact. And we add further questions in terms of the brands or material uses and also types of the glasses in terms of style. Then for the question of how to choose glasses according to the face shapes, as you realize, it's an italic section too, and we directly link to the face shapes, and from there we also define the face shapes, main types of face shapes, or why it affects the glasses choices. We also explain them. Now we create a list definition with the heat words, and we directly include the possible face shapes with possible glasses types in a match. Then we go for this specific face types, and the glasses with a product carousel directly for that specific face shape. Then we will be linking to the subsections as well, and you can realize these from our topical map too. And at the end, we go for the brands. We'll list them directly. Let's say you are competing against them. You can go with their alternatives one more time, or you can compare them to each other as an affiliate, or you can link to the e-commerce categories as well. According to source context, it will be changing. You can be even a map, to be honest. And in this area, we give the definition of the company, origin of the company, most known models. Then we give a product carousel, and we give the price range, most expensive and the affordable models for them as well. And we are adding our also anchor text as well. Then we check the overall structure of our content brief, and I can tell that it is completed. So in the next one, we will be seeing actually one more content item brief creation, and you will be getting to these things a little bit better. So your homework is, according to source context, modifying this specific content brief and changing specific sections. After that, just send it us, then we can revise it for you. And thanks for the listening. So let's go.